Friday, folks. This is freaking crazy. Just trying to learn new stuff like rock and roll. I'm streaming it out live right now to YouTube. So just want to say welcome to everybody. Welcome to ZefZan on ZZTV. I know this is pretty new. I'm seeing a few faces here. I hope Sai's watching. You're probably like, she's crazy, like she's doing all this freaking testing. Yes, I am. I want to get good at crowdcast, right? So hey everybody, good to see y'all. Can you all hear me? First of all, let me know if you can hear me. Put in a yes, no, if I'm clear. I'm just doing the audio sound test, right? Let me know. Awesome, Ken. Thank you so much. Hey, Ross Brand and Tina, do you want to, if you want to jump on, let me know. I'm going to bring you on, but a little bit later, I'm distracted, folks, but a little bit later, I probably will get, Sai, who's in the house right now, probably watching and laughing at me, like trying to figure out all these crapcast buttons. I feel like I'm back on Google Hangouts, to be honest with you. You know how it is, but oh, good. Hey, Ross, want to jump on? You can be my sidekick for today. So, welcome to ZefZan, and I just am going to invite Ross right here. Yay! Ross is coming on the screen. Hopefully he comes in. He can't right now, but he's watching. Anyways, welcome to ZefZan of ZefZan.Live. I'm here live streaming wherever here may be. Could be, www, the World Wide Web. But I'm here usually at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, and different Tuesdays bring different content. So for the first Tuesdays of the month, I usually do an ZefZan episode, which is today. And I thought it would be cool to invite some of my live streaming folks who probably are like wondering, where do I go next after my life on Blab? So I kind of made a discovery and thought this is something that live video marketers need to check out, right? Because this is a great platform. For me, at least. You got to test it out for yourself, folks, because I've been telling everybody, you got to check it out just to make sure that it is the right platform for you. For many reasons, I've fallen in love with this platform because it fits my needs. So here's what I'm going to say. Feel free, whoever wants to jump on and come experience this. I see that I have Lottie Hearn from Ireland, from Dublin, Ireland. She has sent a question. She hasn't been able, she's not able to join us today because it's like 12 midnight in Ireland, and she's been doing crazy speaker summit, I think, this entire week. So I see that she sent me questions at the bottom of the screen. So just want to kind of walk through what I see here and what I like. Feel free to, I don't know if you all see a share button. I'm so used to Blab, right? I don't see the share button. And I hope you do see it from your end, so you can share this out, tweet this out, Facebook it, wherever, and you can bring your peeps in and, come experience crowdcast. So I wanted to kind of walk through this platform. Oops. Why I find it really suitable for what I want to do and where I want to go. So here's a little story of how I got started researching. First of all, we all know if you're a Blab member community, I mean, sad to say, true that we see that the platform is going away, right? It's under the video. Yes, I say it's under the video. For me, it is under the video. For our viewers, is it under the video too? Because that would be awesome. Yep, okay, awesome. So if you're watching, and if you're watching on replay, make sure that you also tweet this out, because I know many of you, so I gotta say hello to all of you who are watching this on replay. Welcome to ZefZan and ZefZan.TV, right? So I know you're very interested in the live video platforms. There's so many out there, and you're trying to figure out which ones are the best for you. So for me right now, for me, because I'm a live video marketer and a broadcaster, I found a few features that I really like on crowdcast. I'm not saying this because Sai is in the house. Sai's like, oh my God. But it's because I'm also teaching some of you folks out there what you can do with some of these features. All right, so I'll walk through a little bit of that. I'm just going to try to figure out how I'm going to screen share this, because I know maybe Sai can give me some pointers as I go. So for some of you who probably watch Jonathan Tripp Monday to Fridays at 10 a.m., So John came on board a little bit earlier to help me test a couple things, and what we realized is if I were to show you my screen, if you're familiar with Google Hangouts, it will tunnel a little bit unless I pick up another browser or show it another browser, and I can't mute. I can't because I have a couple of systems. It will pick up the multiple audio that feed that comes in from my computer. But anyways, don't need to go through all that technical jargon. I'm going to kind of walk you through why I love the platform. All right. So in about a few minutes, about 7:10, I'll bring Sai in to just introduce you all to what's coming up and who he is. So if you look, first of all, right, if you look on your screen, folks, the most important thing right now, I want you to look at just one thing. On your screens at the bottom, do you see that green button? All right, it says Q&A with Team Crowdcast. In Crowdcast, that button is known as the call to action button. Okay, so if you're a marketer and you do webinars, or if you do anything content marketing and you want to do a call to action, like go to my landing page or buy my this, buy my that, or here's an event that you need to attend next or watch the next show, you can actually use that button for your call to action during the show, and it's going to be there throughout the entire broadcast. So whoever comes in and out will always see that, and they're going to go like, oh, what is that button? Click on that and it opens up a new link. Okay, so what I want you to do is check out that link, all right, because this is what's going to happen on Friday, which is I think July 8th. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. Yes, July 8th, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm honored to have Team Crowdcast say yes to hosting this Q&A session for some of you folks from the Black community, especially. If you're checking out Crowdcast to see if it's going to be your next home to broadcast or do any kind of live streaming content, whether it's videos or shows and all that sort of stuff, or virtual summits, do you want to be here with us on Friday, July 8th at 1 p.m. Eastern? Where do you get that link? Click on that green button right there. All right, so make sure you share that out with your peeps also. When you open that link, you will see that at the bottom of the black screen, when you sign up, you can actually share it out via Twitter or Facebook, and I can't remember what the other one was. I think it's Google Plus, if I'm not mistaken. So that's one great feature that I like about Crowdcast, because the call to action button is there. You know, rewind a little bit why I like Crowdcast, all right, and how I discovered it. So in my journey of trying to find out what platform would best suit me, all right, I had to figure out from a broadcasting point of view, what we've been talking about is stability and discoverability. Right now, we still have to talk to Team Crowdcast about discoverability. Right now, you probably are wondering, who do we follow, what shows do we look at, or where to find that information. If we were to search, where we'll find that. So this would be all the types of questions that you want to bring on Friday. All right, Sai will come in for a little bit just to say hello, but in a few minutes I'll bring him on. But if you're watching on replay, if you're a live video marketer, I really want you to take a look at Crowdcast. The reason is, if you remember, I did a live show with the streaming lawyer, the award-winning streaming lawyer Mitch Jackson from California. So Mitch and I researched Spreecast, and one feature that I really like about Spreecast was the timestamp, or the timeline, where if somebody asks me a question and I answer it, and that particular section, when I answer that question, I can really take that share button or play right there, and it'll play the replay just in that section. Do you know why this is important for our audience, folks, as a content marketer and live video marketer? Is this, right? We all suffer the 0 to 10 seconds attention span. Say yes, and shake your head, yeah? So we want something quick. Sometimes when we have a 1 hour show, the audience may not have a 1 hour, attention span. They just want quick sound bites. They want, okay, what did they talk about today at Crowdcast? And then the questions in the timeline or the timestamp will be the guide to kind of, be a teaser or a video trailer for what your audience will be watching. Say, for instance, like Lottie here is asking that question, hey, ZefZan, blah, blah, blah. What's the easiest so far with max impact and all that type of things? When I answer it, Lottie can just go right there where she asked that question, where I answered it, and that's all she needs to listen to. And if she enjoys what she's watching, she may watch the entire show. Does that make sense? Hey, Cindy, how are you? All right. So before I go on and blabbing, I'm just gonna bring Inside real quickly to kind of introduce him to some of you, and then after that, whoever wants to jump on and whatever, we can go through this, because I need to kind of show my screen so you can see what are the features that I like. So we're gonna just bring Inside real quickly so that he can say hello, so that he can tell you what's coming up on Friday. But you know what, folks, for some of my fans, we've got some audience, we've got something for you too. I'm gonna let Sai tell you all about that, all right? And I won't steal his thunder, so I will bring Sai on right now. Boom, people. So I'm gonna bring him on. I'm just gonna see where Sai is. Okay, right there. Invite. Yay! How am I doing, folks? Tina, Ross.
Hey there.
So good to see you.
How are you doing?
I am doing great. I am having a blast. Can you tell?
The
By the
blast
way,
in space,
Sai,
yep.
I don't go by the 200 miles per hour entrepreneur for no reason. That's exactly why I have that brand, because I do go at 200 miles per hour. So the
Hmm.
platform that I choose needs to be kind of like, needs to fit my energy. You know what I'm saying? So I think I found it. So
Very
welcome
cool.
to Azaf of ZefZan TV.
Hmm.
So for some of you folks who probably this is your first introduction, Sai, would you just give a little intro about you and the company?
Yeah, thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, we've been basically building Crowdcast for the past couple of years. Really focusing it around just like making the most engaging, interactive environment for people like yourself to just press a button, go live, invite people on screen, teach things, share things, have conversations. So it's excited to see it in action with this event.
I am so glad that you're able to even pop in for a little bit. So, as I was telling our audience earlier, so for some of you, you're probably wondering how I finally got to Sai. So this was exactly, and I hope he can tell, he can probably attest to what I'm saying right now. So I won't be a freaking liar out there. But this is what happened, folks, because before that, I fell in love so much with the platform, and I wrote an email and I said, can I speak to the founder, please? One of the founders will do it. Am I right, Sai? And Sai replied, and I love that. And that's what we've been talking about for, as marketers in the industry. It's always great to be able to be, to reach the top people, the CEOs, because we feel you want to listen to what your audience want to say. So I was so happy when you replied. I'm like, yay, whoop whoop. I'm like, Sai replied my email and he wants to have FaceTime with me, which is awesome. So I just want to say thank you and I appreciate that. And I'm sure our folks out there who's watching this right now, whether on replay or who are in the live chat right now, Sabrina, they're all my black buddies right here. So we're gonna take care of them. Ross is in the house. So Ross Brand, just a little bit of introduction. Ross Brand is actually he actually has a show called Live Streaming Universe. So he does a couple of live shows also. So we have quite a few people in the house from Blab. So that's how I really reached out to Sai folks. Just an email saying that I love your platform. I just need to speak to one of the co-founders or founders or CEO, because I feel that I can contribute to some of the development of this platform. And so I was so happy. Like I was like, yeah, in cloud nine when Sai said yes, I'll speak to you, and I'm like, yeah. So thank you so much for that, Sai.
For sure, for sure. That's one of the things we care a lot about is being really engaged with our customers. And yeah, by the way, your mic's a little bit low. It looks like some of the
Am
other
I?
people are noticing it too.
Oh, is it? How's now?
It's good right now. It's
Okay,
good right now,
great.
but I'll let you know if it cuts out a little bit.
I know why. Duh, because I'm still in Blab. Because I went in there to make sure that I'm directing traffic to Crowdcast. So I really forgot that I'm still. How's it now? Better?
Yeah, right now it's good.
So
Yeah.
much better, right? Thank you. Sabrina's laughing because, girl, I went there to just announce to everybody, just, come in here. This is where I live for now. So I'm sending them here. But anyways, just wanted to say that's the reason why we thought, no, I reached out to Sai and we agreed that, Team Crowdcast should speak to our audience from the Black community and have a Q&A session. So that's why, folks, if you look at the bottom of our screen somewhere here, there's a green button. I put the Q&A with Team Crowdcast call to action. If you click on that, it goes right to the broadcast on Friday. So be sure you register for that, and we will see you 1 p.m. on Friday. Anything else you want to add to that, Sai?
Yeah, well, there's a coupon code that Zeph has actually. So specifically for Zeph's audience, we're actually giving everyone, I believe it's a 40% discount, right?
Yes. Yes. Folks, did you hear that? Hello. What was the coupon code again? Is it Zeph fans?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yep, folks, I'm gonna see Ross. Ross is happy already, so I'm gonna put in right in there, folks. This is the code. Um, and when is this? Is there a deadline to this?
As long as you claim it before, I think it lasts for the next 2 months. So as long as you claim it before
Yay!
then, you're good.
Yeah, so people, here's what I really suggest that you do. Friday, join us and Team Crowdcast. Join me and Team Crowdcast, really. All right, to have a Q&A session, all right? And you already have that code, 40%. So thank you, Team Crowdcast, for doing that. So the code is ZEF-fans. Should you decide in the next 60 days that you would like to use Crowdcast as your live streaming platform or your webinar platforms, I'm going to throw it in there for some of you marketers. This is also an awesome webinar platform which I will share. Then if you're a broadcaster, you're using Zoom, things like Zoom or Join Me and all that stuff, you may want to eliminate all that once you see what goes here, because you can do the live streaming and also your webinars. So we will see you. I know you're a busy guy. And I guess we'll see you Friday. We can't give everything all today because we want to make sure that they get the sound bites on Friday. So for some of you folks who are watching this, when you go to register for next Friday's event, at the bottom, just like this crowdcast, at the bottom, you will have the opportunity to put in your questions. So send the questions as much as you want so that, they get to see what's coming their way and they can prep also. So that would be awesome. So some of you broadcasters, content creators, I know you have some of the most creative, visions and questions. Go ahead and put them in there. All right. What time on Friday, Sabrina? It's 1 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, 10 a.m. Pacific. That's a good thing to clarify when you're doing live streaming. So I do have a question. So if I were to do a screen share, right, and Crowdcast, that would take me away. Say I'm showing from a different browser. Will that take away from me being in here? How would that work?
No, you can actually do both.
So if I were to do screen share right now, and like I will screen share where we're going next, so I would do this. Oh, right, see people? So that is your next Friday, this Friday's section. So I love about the countdown also. It's so big. Starting 2 days, 17 hours, 40 minutes, and 8 seconds. I love that. So that's what a screen share looks like in Crowdcast. If you have 4 people, does somebody want to come in just to kind of see what 4 boxes look like in Crowdcast? I can invite you right now if you're at camera ready. I'll be more than happy to put you on. But this is what screen sharing looks like from inside the Crowdcast platform.
And Zeph, you as the host, you can actually focus in on just a screen share if you want.
And
If you
how
go
do you
back to
do
the,
that?
there's like a
Oh,
little icon
yes.
on top. There it is.
Yay! So it gives full screen. That is awesome. Then how do I go back from there? Okay, I just exit out. Oh, no, that's another one. Yay!
There it is.
I'm getting good at this, people. Y'all should come in and discover this with me. So we will talk more on Friday, Sai. And I thank you for jumping on board for a little bit. And thank you for that coupon
Awesome.
code. 40% people. So be sure, come in prepared. So I teach everybody, my clients, everybody, the viewers, if you're a marketer, you're a content creator, you're a broadcaster, you're serious about even using this platform to monetize or create content, you want to be there Friday. Ask your questions now, because then they get to see what's coming their way, right? And they can prep for that too, okay? So
Yep.
go to that link that, right at the bottom, the green button. This is why I'm so used to putting in links in the live chat side, and just telling people to go to that green button is like a new thing for me. So guys, go to the green button. That's your call to action. Go and register for this Friday, July 8th, 1 p.m. Eastern. So I'll see you Friday.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll see you guys in there.
Yay! Thank you so much for jumping on.
All right, guys.
All right,
For
bye,
sure, for
Sai.
sure. Bye.
So who else want to come on? This would be great. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Yeah, you need to subscribe. It will ask you to like save a spot or something, right? And just go ahead and save the spot there, Serena. Tina, if you're still in the house, do you want to come on? Or whoever, Sabrina, you want to come on? So this is why I like it, all right? So I'm going to do some sort of a screen share a little bit. Let's see, it will just turn a little bit just because I'm going to show you like the dashboard for the... all right, let me see if I can do this. All right. It might just turn a little bit, people. All right. So if you can see right here, so excuse is just like Google Hangouts a little bit. If you're the broadcaster, you're the host, all right? You can see right here, this is your dashboard. You can edit it and then invite on screen. You can email participants, announce to followers, export participants. Remember, sometimes as a content marketer or a marketer, you would like to have people subscribe to certain things, and you can download a CSV file for all the people who registered for the event. That's a great thing. You can duplicate event. You can add to calendar, which is awesome, right? Awesome feature. And then you can archive this event. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to unshare the screen. I'm going to share you what I did for my website. I actually did a embed of this entire broadcast on my website. So we talk a lot about our audience finding us. Where are we going? We're going to Fire Talk. We're going to Crowdcast. We're going to, where the heck is ZefZan.Live streaming next, right? So what I'm teaching my audience is they only need to know one platform. Oh, I'm sorry, one domain name. I'm going to show you this. So this is what I did, folks. Ha! I have my signboard. This is all you need to know. You would go to ZefZan.Live, and what that is it will bring you to my website. So I'm going to show you right now. Screen share. On my website, what I did was I embedded this on my website, and if you go to live, the ZefZan.Live points to my live tab. This is the awesome feature that I love about Crowdcast, is the fact that I can embed this in my website. Do you see that? Sorry. It's just tunneling. It's just, because I patched everything into my system. So that's basically what it is. Let me just go back. So you can embed it on the website, and that's what you can do with Crowdcast. That's a great feature, because think about this. We talked about like when we were on Blab, and Blab made us sign in to watch the show if we have our audience watching from somewhere else, right? You're like, oh my God, they can't watch because they don't have a Twitter account, right? I'm reading some of the notes right here. We're looking for a place to just get our audience to one location. So that's what I did. I embed that on the website. So if somebody doesn't have any kind of like Twitter account, they can just register an email and watch everything on the website. It really makes it really easy for the audience. Not for us, it's okay, but for the audience to find where we're streaming next. That's a great feature, the embed feature, even though we had it with Blab, right? So we had it with Blab, but then Blab got wonky. So this is a great way because you can see everything in there. Let me just see who else has any questions. Does anybody else have any questions? Yes. So be sure, Si's just reminding you all to click on the green button to register for Friday's show event. If you're watching on replay, be sure to do that. So remember the code that Sai has given, Team Crowdcast has given, is 40% off. And I don't know what they have in store on Friday, because I know they're still developing the platform, and they're going to listen to you and take in what you have to, suggest, or some of your feedback and comments. I'm sure they're going to make the platform a much better place. So be sure to join us Friday. Done. Awesome. All right. Here's what I would like for some of you to do as we go through this. If you have a question, all right, so that anybody's watching on replay can also watch this at that timestamp, you can just go ahead and ask your question at the bottom where it says ask a question or suggest a topic. Sabrina, so you have a question. Could you please go ahead and put your question in there so I can answer it as we go? So that gets time stamped, and then somebody can come in and watch that particular replay at that particular time point. Okay, awesome. Ross, if you have a question, we'll do that too. So I'm going to kind of walk through some of these questions that I have. So I'm going to start answering Lottie's question. So I'm going to click on Lottie's question and say start answering. So Lottie has this question. Hey ZefZan Superstar, funny. Set to miss you, but any comparison here between video live stream tools? How does this compare to Blab, FireTalk, Appear.in, Skype meeting, etc.? What would business peeps with little video experience use them for? She's got lots of questions. What's the easiest so far with max impact? We'll catch recording from Ireland in the morning. Listen, this is what, so here's the leprechaun answering. No, I'm just kidding. So here's what it is, right? So I'm going to do like sound bites of her questions. How does this compare to Blab, FireTalk, Appear.in, Skype meeting, etc.? Okay, Blab had a free model, and as you know, when it comes to free, something's going to fall apart, right? We want to support businesses that create products, innovative tools, and products that help us, the business peeps or content creators, right? We're willing to pay, right? So we want to make sure the platforms are good and all that stuff. So with Blab, FireTalk, Blab has, okay, I'm sorry, Sai, I'm going to tell this anyway from my experience. Lottie or anybody's listening, we all know because we came from the Blab community, right? Blab has the best discoverability. Okay, they've done it so well. Meaning when it comes to discoverability is, people can just log into Blab and they can see which shows or which broadcasts are live that are live on air right now. And for some people who have probably not been on a live show, they can go and click and check out, right, those videos. Unfortunately, Crowdcast doesn't have it yet. Crowdcast, FireTalk, Appear.in, Skype meeting, they all do not have discoverability. So that would be part one of your question. How does this compare to Blab? I think from discoverability, the other platforms that you mentioned here, FireTalk, Appear.in, Skype meeting, do not have that. FireTalk right now just added 2 extra seats to the guest seat. So you can have a host and 3 guests. They started out with 2 seats. It's currently free, so you can check that out if that's for you. Appear.in, there's a lot of platforms. I'm not going to go into details for each platform. You just need to find the ones that work for you. However, I'm going to address your second question, Lottie, which is, what would business peeps with little video experience use them for? Oh my God. If you have little video experience, right, you want to make sure you find the right platform that works best for you, that could help you deliver your video content or your video message painlessly. So for some of you know, as a broadcaster, I do some sort of simulcasting, meaning I go live on Crowdcast and I simulcast it to other platforms, right? Just do the work once and do that. You don't have to be crazy like me, but you can keep it really simple. You can take a platform like Crowdcast, right? Go live. They give you the MP4 file video, which you can download later, or you can share that. If you get lazy, like me, there are days I do get lazy. You know how it is when you go to video editing, it's so much work and all that stuff, right? You basically can take that timeline in the video. I'm sorry, the video in the timeline, talking opposites. take the video in the timeline, take that share button and share it out. That becomes a video content. For a business person who creates video content, do you know why that is key? Because you don't have to wait for editing time. Once you finish your broadcast, you can literally go and share out using your social media. Maybe you can use Buffer, maybe you can use Hootsuite, and you can create that as your video teaser, right? Does that make sense? We've business people are so busy, we don't have 10 seconds to go through some social media posts, but we want to make sure that we get the right content for the post so that we can get somebody interested and engaged. And that, I think, is very key from the perspective of business people who are not experienced with video, who just want simple, easy, want to use video, but want simple, quick, effective. So platforms like Crowdcast can help you do that, because you have two-edged sword. You can have the immediate replay. You can have the MP4 file, okay? Appear.in, you can't record, so you'll have to use a third-party tool like maybe Camtasia or something like that to do the video capture. All right, Skype meeting, you can't record Skype meeting. Again, Skype and Appear.in, you literally need to use a third-party tool. Fire Talk, yes, it's recorded. So Fire Talk, Blab, and Crowdcast, they kind of have similarities because they do give you the MP4 files, so you have access to that. But so here's the question. The next question you have, Lottie, is what's the easiest so far with Max Impact? I think with Max Impact, depending on what kind of impact you're looking for, okay? If you're looking for an impact where it's high discoverability, you need to do a little bit extra work. That's a strategy. This is why I teach content marketers, live video content marketers. That's a strategy how to put your content out if you want max impact. But if you're just looking to use, platforms that have video recordings like Crowdcast, like Blab, or Fire Talk, or whatever, you can take those videos and strategize it and put it into YouTube, and then tag it, whatever, hashtag it, so it's for SEO ranking. My head just spins when I thought about logistics of doing the tagging for computers. But all you need to know is this, right? The reason why I'm freaking out with Crowdcast, and I love it, is it takes care of everything that I've talked about. I want video content, easy, yes, button, set it up, boom, done, go. Then I have immediate replay, which comes from the timestamp of the timeline, right? And then if I want MP4, I want to make it a little bit sexy and all that stuff, get a little creative, I can literally just go ahead, take the MP4, splice it however I want, and make it like a really cool video, or tutorial video. That's how you can do it. Those are the difference. So talk about maximum impact. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Because there's a lot of logistics here. Just talking about one goal, there's a lot of logistics that can make you throw up, right? I talk about it a lot on my shows. So be sure that you're picking the right one. The reason why I also like this for business owners is because if you're creating a webinar, right, you do not need another platform. And we all know the old webinars where people are not interactive, people can't show up on the screen. This platform allows you to do webinars, and if somebody wants to participate just like what we did, you can screen share, you can invite people on the screen, ask their questions in person. That has really grown the engagement in the webinar industry, so that's a great thing. So I hope I answered your question, Lottie, and I'm going to stop answering. So I'm going to click on done answering. Then Lottie will watch in the timestamp when she comes back. All right, how am I doing, folks? How am I doing? Awesome. So, okay. I like the idea of polls. Can try to test one right now. You know what? I think the polls. Okay, great. So I'm going to do this. Before I answer that, I'm going to put in a poll first. Create a poll. Are you brought? I'm gonna do a poll in here, folks. Which one represents you? And I am going to put in answer broadcaster content. I'm just going to put in 2, all right? So just to see how it works. Okay. Oh, hang on. All right. Do you all see the poll? So I'm going to answer that question right now. So Ken has a question right here. I like the idea of polls. Can you try test? Can you try a test one now? So Ken, do you see the poll question there? I put in the question, which one represents you? 1, broadcaster. 2, content marketer. So you can poll. I think 2 people, 2 votes now put. I can't even spell broadcaster apparently, right? Because my hand moved so fast. So now you see how the poll works, and as the both sides, as the host and the audience, you get to see how many votes, right? So who votes what? So which is kind of cool, I thought. Was that useful? Okay, great. Awesome. That was useful. So that I'm going to do done answering. And then I'm going to do this. So Sabrina, you have a question. Up to how many people can you invite during the live stream? So folks, for me, I personally, so depending on your plans, let me just address by starting that. Depending on your plans, if you're the broadcaster / host, right, you will be asked to choose a plan. So depending on your plan, which one, whether it's 100 or 500 or whatever, that will be the amount of people that can watch live at the same time. So I think as you go beyond those numbers, you can actually you will be charged for it. However, in your dashboard, okay, as the host and broadcaster, you can limit the seats. So for instance, you don't want to go beyond your number of seats. You can say if you have the plan that has like 100 live viewers, as you set up your broadcast, in your dashboard you will be asked if you want to limit the seats, and if you say yes, you can say 100 seats, so nobody else can get on after that time. And that's why I think you can definitely ask again on Friday when Sai gets on. If Sai's watching, he can probably answer too. Does that make sense? So I love that part because you have control as to how many, so that just to make sure that you don't go beyond the allocation that you have in your plan. Is that good? Did I answer that? Okay, awesome. Love that, Ross. Ross, if you like to limit your viewers to 300K per show, you just need to talk to Team Crowdcast, because I am sure they can make that arrangements for you. So I hope I answered your question, Sabrina. You're laughing. Awesome. Okay. Here's what I'm answering Ross's question, which is, how often are you planning to host on Crowdcast.io? For me right now, this is my plan for the I'm going to go for the month of July for now. For July, I will be on Crowdcast.io doing all my Tuesday shows, which are the Ask Zef, the interview, the ZZTV interviews, and my TED Talk Tuesdays, because I love the platform. And then for now, I think I love it so much because I will be having classes and online courses and programs. I will use the call to action button to actually get people to other places. So that's a great thing. I hope I answered your question. That was an easy question. So done answering. I am not actually using Huzzah right now. Sabrina, I love that you just asked that. Sabrina, right now, I am not using Huzzah. I'm going to tell you why. So for some of you know, some of you guys probably looked at Huzzah because Huzzah is also integrated or sync or whatever you call it. I think it's integrated with Patreon. Guess what, people? So is Crowdcast. And for some of you who probably have seen me on Jonathan Tritt's show, I talked about Podio. Do you know what Podio is? A project collaboration, project management tool. They have that integration too. That's why I'm freaking excited, because I don't have to, pick other platforms because they're all synced. So if I were to do some sort of a webinar, everything goes in place. So yeah, and for some of you folks who probably are looking for, if you're not a regular broadcaster like me and Ross are, if you want to try something out, so you might want to try to do Fire Talk, unless if Team Crowdcast comes in and later on Friday, if they offer a plan that has some sort of a free plan or whatever, if they come up with that, then you could probably use Crowdcast. But if they don't have that, if you're just started to live stream and your needs are pretty basic as a broadcaster, go ahead and try Fire Talk. And I think Fire Talk's really stable, and I agree with Ross. I'm trying to get his name right. Boom. I agree with Ross that if you are starting out, if you're just like, oh, I'm going to try out if live videos or live streaming videos are the thing for me, if I should use this as my marketing strategy, but I want to try out in Fire Talk because it has a great platform. If you're doing like just one-on-one interview, 2 people, I think it's a great platform, right? Ross, try there, But I'm going to promise you, as you get bigger and as you say, oh, I have joined me and all this stuff, and I want to monetize, and you're like, where do I go? Chat, no chat, feature, screen share, and all this stuff. I'm going to tell you, you want to maybe look at Crowdcast if you're a content marketer, live video marketer, live streamer, broadcaster in a higher end, and you want to see if you can do more and monetize your shows, especially if you're a business coach, you're a speaker, a seminar leader, consultant, service-based entrepreneurs. If you're looking to find a marketing platform to do webinars and live shows, it's all built into one right here in Crowdcast. Yeah, Ross is right. Fire Talk edit up to 4 people on camera. Hey, Sabrina or Ross, do you want to come and join me? It's kind of like quiet in here, so it's just like, oh, nobody wants to say hello to me. But anyways, yeah, if you want to come on, just let me know. I'll just bring you on. Ross is like, not today. All right, here's another question. So Sabrina, you asked, can you customize the green button below your video to invite people to a future broadcast, just like the one we see now from Crowdcast? The answer is yes. Send it to wherever you want. So your call to action is, what you do is you insert a link. So you basically just put in a link, video, landing pages, website, whatever, right? So if you're a regular broadcaster, you have a next show, maybe it's tomorrow or next week or next month, wherever you're having an event, anything that has an address, a URL address, a link, drop it in there and put in your call to action. Q&A with Team Crowdcast, or go here for my next live show, whatever. You can customize that to a very specific link. Is that helpful? Done answering. Boom, that's how you do the Q&A, people. Oh, wait. Russ, I've always had this background. This is a black background. The black background has always been my it's not a green screen, it's actually a black background. Yeah. Black background. Any other questions? Right? Q&A master. So what you can do after this show, you go back into the same link. You're going to watch just like, when we were in Blab. You're going to use the same link. You're going to watch the replay there. But the coolest thing that you would notice and realize is all those questions that I answered, you will have like a replay button and a share. And then when you play it, right away I started to answer the question or address the question, and when I'm done, that's all that you watch. So if it took me 1 minute 30 seconds to answer Sabrina's question, that is all you're gonna watch. And you can take literally that in the timestamp, in the timeline, and share it out on social media, whether it's Hootsuite, Buffer, whatever, tweet it out, right? And that's going to be the link, or that's the only portion that they would watch in the video. They would not watch the entire 45 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes, whatever. Just that part where I'm answering that question. Do you know how key that is from a content marketer or video content marketer? Because I remember how many times or how long it takes me to take a 1 hour video and slice and cut and edit them into sound bites or chunks of sound bites for, like, certain questions or certain points that I'm addressing. So if you do that with Crowdcast, it makes it so much easier, especially if you're not if you're not an experienced video marketer or whatever, and you don't want to go into the editing tools, which can be like a lot of logistics and take some skills and time in. We talked about this a lot. It's like, if you can do this yourself quick, that's fine. But if it's gonna take you another learning curve to do it, go do what you do best anyway, right? And let the others do the rest for you. So Crowdcast does that for you, which is, I think, super cool. And that's why, remember, Ross, when I did Spreecast walkthrough with you, that was the feature that just like, okay, you sold me, right? But too bad, Spreecast, you're a loss. I'm here now at Crowdcast. That's just how I feel. But I just had to share that out. That is very important in the video marketing world, because if you don't have the time to go back and edit your videos, that is so key. Cool. Ross is laughing at me like, any other questions? Does anybody want to come on? So if you're watching this on replay, folks, just make sure, whatever it is, you can always go to my website. Whoop, whoop, right? It's also right. And if you're watching this on wrong one right there. No, upside down. This is what it is. I can't even get my camera right there. All right, screenshot that, share that, whatever. I'm watching a couple screens. I have 3 screens going on right now. But if you're watching this video on replay on YouTube, maybe you will see I have like a lower third banner somewhere around here that shows the ZefZan.Live video. So I'm making it really simple for my viewers, for my audience to find me. And that's basically what it is. You can even watch this on my website, because I embed it on the website. Okay, I'm going to invite you, Sabrina. Give me a second. I just sent you the invitation, so hopefully you will be able to come on board. Ross, if you need to do backgrounds, you need to have a green screen, and you have to use the chroma key, whatever the chroma key feature. I mean, every encoder has it, or something like vMix or Wirecast or OBS. I think OBS is pretty basic, so I don't know if you can do it. Yay!
Yay!
We finally
made it!
Yay! Awesome! How are you?
I'm good. How are
I am
you?
doing
See,
great.
look at my background. It's not as beautiful as yours.
That's okay.
So not ready.
We do. I mean, hey, today is a test run, right? We will
Right,
always
yeah.
progress from
Who
there.
cares?
But pleasure to meet you finally on
Yes,
camera.
nice to meet you too. This is so exciting. I love
Right?
this platform.
I love this platform too, and I know the guys are always listening. That's why I thought I'd reach out to them. It's so funny because I said, and I was honest with the team when I sent the email. I said this to them: I love Crowdcast, but I can't afford Crowdcast at the moment. I said, because I can't afford Crowdcast at the moment. So they were very nice enough to say, let's just take this out. I said, would you want to just have a Q&A session? We can try to get some of our Black community members to come on. I said, and then you can answer just like what the Huzzah guys did.
Right.
And when Sai answered me, Sabrina, I was like, I'm in cloud now, over the moon, because they actually answered. Because how sometimes companies, they don't have anybody to answer our questions, and I'm like, answer me already, right? So I was very very happy that he did. So I think it was a good thing for me. So
That's
I'm
great.
spreading out the information to everybody.
Yes.
It's very clean, right? I love the platform
It
because
is.
it's very clean. And,
It is. I like it.
And I think the live chat also is so clean. Because say if you actually type in a couple lines, they highlight your chat into like these are all yours, and they'll show signs that these are all yours. And then if somebody else come in, and they go like put in another chat line, and then yours come in, it's just clear, and I like that.
Yeah. Now, question: do you know how we can reply in the chat? Do you know how we used to do it in Blab? So
yeah,
I
don't know if
okay.
that is
Maybe
a great question we can ask on Friday, right? Let's see if they can add that, because I think from a engagement
Yeah.
point, it will make it really cool if we can engage by just replying. But one thing I know, if you scroll down at the bottom of your screen, right, you see like who's on, like under, I think, who's watching next to the email and share.
Yeah.
You can click and see who is actually who, and then you click on their profile, it opens to their Crowdcast profile. So if
Got
you're
it.
a broadcaster who's broadcasting from Crowdcast, you can just follow them from there, you know? So I guess just like that, we have just to go in occasionally to the Crowdcast that we won, and then be on the list of people
Right.
watching, and then we can just follow, you know? So, which is kind
Yeah.
of cool. So
Okay.
it's kind of clean, and I really like, because I'm a content marketer and video marketer, I love the call to action, so I don't have to like keep on putting it in the live chat, because it gets, swallowed and goes away.
Exactly. Yes.
So
It's
this
much
is
better.
very clean, it's very clear. And I always tell people, don't have like 10 call to actions, because people will get like, where do you want me to go?
Confused.
Just tell me to go one place, right? Just tell me
Hmm.
one place. So I thought that was cool, because I think it's just right smack in the center, very like green, and
Yeah.
people see, right? They go like, oh, what is this? Click, and it's a call to action button. I love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
big screen, and then when you do a screen share, if you're the host, just like what I did earlier, you can see as the host, when you screen share, it can open up the entire screen. That means it's just not one small square, right?
Yeah.
It opens up to the entire screen, which is really cool, I think. Very important when you do a webinar.
Yeah.
So
Definitely. Yeah.
from training perspective, that is very cool.
Yeah.
You're not coming in, Ross? Oh my God, you're not coming in?
Come on,
It's the live
Ross,
stream
join
universe.
us.
I know. And I know Team Crowdcast is also planning on an iOS app soon. So if they're watching still, so we hope we can do what we used to do from our phones, and just go in and just like, hey, we're on the road, or we're doing something outside. So that would be cool.
Mm.
Have you been doing a lot of desktop live streaming, Sabrina?
No, I'm still doing a lot of Periscope. So Periscope is my main
Yeah.
live streaming platform, but I'm definitely looking at something like that. So I was thinking about Blab
Mm-hmm.
in the past,
Yeah.
but I know that Blab is going away, so I definitely looking into other options.
So I'm going to share with some of you who are just also
Yeah.
watching. This when I haven't found, because I've been using Google Hangouts, Sabrina, for the longest time. So I've always made it work as to like when I do webinars, I find ways to just get people either watching them on my website. But the thing that's missing from Google Hangouts is the chat feature, right? Because
Right.
it's hard.
Yeah.
And people, if you have guests, it's hard. It's so
Yeah,
technical
it
for
is.
some people. So I said, okay, great. So I never really found a webinar platform, because I use it so much, because I know Hangouts inside out, my fingers. So I know.
Yeah.
So I said, I could always make it work. Now that I'm growing, I've always looked at Zoom, Join.me, so I compared the pricing. And then, of course, Expertise TV, lately Webinar Ninja and all that stuff. And then I was like, because I'm a broadcaster and I needed to find a platform to broadcast from.
Yeah.
And I said I needed to have some sort of a webinar platform. And I was like, okay, this has it all. This is modern. So they were able to give me, just like they're giving the audience today, even if you're watching a replay, the code for me to get on the plan. So I am on a plan right now, and I'm loving it. So I can do webinars. I can do listed or public. I'm sorry, unlisted or public. So if I want to charge somebody, I can do that. And you can integrate this with Patreon, because I know when people were checking out Huzzah, the big thing was also, you can just do for your Patreon people only. And I'm sure as Crowdcast grow, there'll be more integrations. And I was just kind of sold on the fact that it has my project collaboration tool, which I use with my team and many of my clients. It's called Podio. Like people use Basecamp and stuff. I use Podio, and they have that. I was like, yeah. So I was like, and I looked at it. It was kind of clean. It's easy. If you're the broadcaster, it's easy. It's not like, okay, Google Hangouts, download this and do that. It's just like crazy. So when I saw this from their dashboard, and what you can do, how you can. Here's another thing. I'm gonna put in this. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna put in the question so that I can address it. can you include, this is very big, videos on your landing page? That's a big important thing, right? So I'm gonna put in there. All right, I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna answer my own question. My own question
Perfect.
is, I know, can you include videos on your landing page? And some of the things, as a marketer, sometimes we have like blah landing page, right? And some of the platforms, like, you cannot put any image or any kind of videos just to kind of do like a teaser, make it interesting. With Crowdcast, you can. So
That's awesome.
you can put a video, say create a video and put it in YouTube, right? Put in the link.
Yeah.
They have the editor of the landing page. You can put image, you can put links, you can put video. And if you notice today, I had a video in my landing page. So it makes it really interesting for people to like, who is Zef? Who is Sabrina? So you can do a little bit of profile video there, right? An evergreen video, and just put it in there. And I thought that was cool, you know, for you know, with marketing, there's so many ways that we need to get people to attract, you know, so that was cool. So yes, the answer is yes to that. So I'm gonna do done answering. So I'm gonna answer what you asked just now. So Sabrina, you asked earlier, can you reply to viewers in the chat? I know how to do it in Black, but I don't know how here. So that's a great question, because I don't think they have that feature yet in Crowdcast. So I think on Friday that will be like a great suggestion to the Crowdcast founders, that maybe this is something that they want. But I think for now, at this stage where we're just discovering Crowdcast, right? That's why I think it's a great Q&A session. I mean, they can learn from us. We can learn from what they're doing.
Yeah.
At the bottom of our screen right here, if you see where there's email, the thing is that, remember in Black, you cannot send email. Right now, if you're on the Crowdcast and you don't know somebody's like Twitter or LinkedIn, maybe they don't have any of those, I'm going to send a quick email to say, hey, do you want to come on the show? You can literally go down there and send. So if you want 5 people, send to those 5 people via email. They get the notification. I think that is so key. And then they also have the share features. So that is important, I think, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So for now, as far as replying, we don't have that yet. So we just need to be like, even in Huzzah, they don't have it. They just have to figure out how to incorporate that feature. But that's a great question to ask on Friday. Done answering.
Yes, right?
See, that's what I love about it. Because if you're hosting, right, Serena, you have like the button start answering, and then done answering, and then that becomes timestamp in that timeline. So if somebody says, hey, do you have any, do you know if they can do this? Oh, let me see. Yeah, there's a question about that. Share that out.
Right, so cool. Yeah. Do you know if you can do like a test broadcast before going live? Or
yes, you can do a test broadcast before you go live.
Just to be, just to get confident with all the commands and buttons and everything. Okay.
So, Ken, okay if I try putting a clickable link in the comments? Sure, go ahead.
Let's see.
Yeah. See how it's highlighted and it's clean, like it's highlighted red, and because it's white background, right? So it becomes like really clean, and we can just click it and it goes into a different.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, and I hope Crowdcast team, you make it affordable for us content creators, marketers, and broadcasters, so that we all can flee here. Because, and I think, Serena, I don't know if you've heard this, but many of us, the Black communities, like coaches who use it for content creation, we've been talking to Black. I mean, like we've been talking a lot of time and mentioning this on Black. We said, hey, Black, if you have a plan that helps us pay, we would pay. But right now the platform is wonky, it's not working the way it should be. Nobody wants to be there, which is sad, right? So we're not saying that, it's just sad because we love it so much. Now we have to go find, but right now we're making things work, which I think is really great. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Ross. Okay, I'll see you maybe on a different day. Yeah, bye, Ross. So, but this is the platform. So if some of you who are watching this later, okay, if you're watching this, be sure first thing, do you see that green button right there? And that green button after the replay doesn't go away too, Sabrina, which is cool. So it's
Okay.
gonna be there
So it stays
forever,
there.
right? So somebody comes in and watches a replay, it just go like boom, you know. So be sure to go ahead and join us for the Q&A session with Team Crowdcast Friday, July 8th at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Definitely.
You know, if you're serious about, you know, discovering this platform for
Yeah.
your marketing strategy, send those questions to Team Crowdcast. I am sure, you know, they will, you know, try to answer that during the show, which I think they've also asked me to come on board to just have a conversation. So I would love to even share my experience so far. Right now is just looking at Crowdcast and of course thanking Crowdcast team for giving me my own coupon code, right? So I can really spread the love. Thank you. And also for
Yes.
offering that to my viewers, which is big, right? 40%, folks, 40%, you know, and it's a very stable, awesome platform. I mean, that tells you the, you know, the customer service that they have, you know, which is pretty cool. Live timer, yep, exactly. So that's a great point. The live timer. So you know how sometimes we get on a show, we go like, is this the beginning or the tail of the show?
Right?
Right? Like, is she done or is she gonna get off? So for now, if somebody knows it's a 1 hour show, they'll just get on like, oh, it's 1 hour. Oh, she's almost done. You know, so which is good. And I think that was like key.
Yeah.
You're so right, Ken. Absolutely,
Right.
that is awesome.
Yeah. And I
So,
see you have a maximum recording time of 90 minutes.
yes.
Is that standard?
Yes,
So is it
standard
okay?
when you're on a plan. Yes, absolutely. I think on the trial, if you come in and open at a Crowdcast and you want to trial, I don't know how long the trial is in 1 week. I think you can do 30 minutes. So
Okay.
you know, you can do 30 minutes test runs or do a show for 30 minutes on Crowdcast during your free trial. If you're a broadcaster, you continue with a plan, you get 90 minutes. So I think that's super cool, and I think that helps, like, you know, from a countdown perspective. Oh, we have 10 minutes to go. Hurry up,
Right?
you know,
Make
wrap
it
up,
fun.
broadcast. You're talking too much. Just broadcast
Yeah.
quickly. And I think that's good. I mean, from broadcasting point of view, it's like awesome because you go like,
Definitely.
we're talking too
That
much. We
helps.
have 10 minutes to go. Go, go, go. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
A lot of features
Right.
to like, all right, and I'm sure they will be able to, you know, listen to some of our feedback and suggestions from our Black community who probably will be there Friday, I hope. And there's a lot more to tell, but I think so far for me, at least for me, what I wanted, because I didn't have a webinar platform, so this addressed everything. So I paid this much, I get everything, which is I
Right.
can download all the CSV file of the people who register for my events. They send the reminder emails for me, so I don't have to go into my, you know, my email
great.
campaign and just send to people. So
Right.
people who register get reminded like probably 10-15 minutes before the show. And a lot of features to fall in love with. Like I said, if you're a serious live video content marketer, this is probably something that you want to give a try or at least check it out.
Yeah, no, I really like it.
Yeah, yeah, especially,
Yeah.
you know, if you're also looking for some sort of a webinar platform, right? Some of the webinar platforms probably are
Exactly.
expensive or whatever, but this has like the modern day webinar tools that we all need. So
Finally.
yay!
Right?
Awesome! Awesome. So I
Yeah.
just want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you, Ross. Thank you,
Thank
Sabrina. Thank you,
you.
Ken, for even jumping on here. If you're
Yes.
watching on replay, be sure to share it out. Even test the videos in the timeline with the questions and see how that shares out to your social profiles and see how it works. Even play the replay and see like the videos. Oh, she only talked about this 1 minute. It really plays for that 1 minute. So if you only have that 1 minute attention span, that is awesome, right? Because we don't have to
Definitely.
sit through the entire 1 hour. I am so glad that you're impressed, Ken. I am
Yes, I
glad
really
to
like
hear
it.
that. This is what we wanted Blep to be. Thanks. Very, very happy to hear that. And hopefully you'll join us Friday, right?
I will.
And really, you know,
Yes.
share it out with people. I actually am in the Facebook group with Joel Com, Live Video Marketing Mastermind. You are too, right, Sabrina?
Yep.
So
That's how I
put
found
that-
out
yeah.
about this.
Oh, that's awesome. And I know he did a shout out for Crowdcast on I think a few days ago on his Facebook Live feed. And and I think that was the day I spoke to Sai on a one-on-one. I was like, oh my God, they said yes to saying. So I was like, okay, let's get on a call. So I am one person. So I'm gonna leave by saying this. When you start live streaming, and I know there's so many platforms these days, right? But at the end of the day, whether I say it's Crowdcast or whatever, you need to take a look at your own needs, right? Maybe right now you cannot start with a paid plan. Maybe you can start live streaming and build your audience maybe on Fire Talk and get really good, and then you need a strategy. All right, I taught every of my clients to have a strategy, because if the platform dies off like Blab, you will know how to troubleshoot and teach your folks, your audience, where to find you. Because this is the question me, Jonathan Tripp, Ross Brand, everybody's asking us, where are you going next, where are you going next? And I said, you know what, I'm not going to send you to Fire Talk, Crowdcast, blah, 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 because everybody's going, that's a lot of information. Just remember ZefZan.Live, folks, and that's all you need to remember, and you can get all the information in one page. So that's what I'm going to leave with. So be sure check out Friday, that green button right there. Join me and Team Crowdcast for a Q&A session. Hopefully they'll have something special for all of you that day too. But so far, be sure to check it out. If you really fall in love with this platform, you think you will find a way to use it in your marketing strategy, the coupon code is ZEF-FANS. Go ahead, and it's a 40% coupon for everyone who's watching this broadcast. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. So nice to meet you.
Likewise. So we will talk soon, I know, because of the upcoming event. And for all of you folks out there watching, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next episode of ZefZan TV. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
All right, so I'm going to stop recording, and I have to find where that is. Okay, great. Stop broadcast. And you know,